So now we are
So
live.
I can just grab my drink if
Yep.
I want.
Well,
No, that's not what I want to do. All right, we are live, and I have a very special guest today. I have my very own mother with me, who is a very, very awesome person, and I'm so glad she's willing to do this. It's going to be a really fun show, so feel free to stick in, grab your cup of coffee. It's early. I hope you guys are waking up and having a beautiful day. It looks beautiful out. It looks like it's going to be a great day. I need to water some plants. They're looking a little dry. But hey, we got some funny stories, good stories. I'm going to get into this intro, and we're going to get right into the show.
well, I'm bored as shit, got nothing to do during this quarantine time. So I might as well make a video or post something on YouTube. So it's my podcast. Cool.
All right. Well, let's get comfortable, Mom.
Yep, let's do
Make
this.
sure she's so not familiar with the microphone. It's kind of funny.
Oh, God, no.
but
I
it's-
hate technology. Hate it.
How was the drive up here, Mom?
Oh, 1 hour exactly, door to door.
Nice.
Not bad, not bad.
That's good.
Actually, you kind of take the same route that I do, but you just take a longer route. I tried telling you.
I see the way my GPS takes me is
No,
left, right,
no,
left,
no,
right, but
no,
Route
I'm
4.
telling you. Yeah, I end up on Route 4 too, but you just don't listen to me.
yeah. Are you enjoying the weather? You have a campsite.
Yes, my she shed.
She shed. That's a tough word to
My
say
she
over and over.
shed.
She shed.
She shed, she shed, she shed.
She
I
shed
can
by
say it
the
a lot.
She shed by the seacoast.
She shed by the seacoast.
There you go.
That's right.
You can make
that's
that your
right.
motto right there.
Yes,
Boom.
Yes, that's my happy place.
That's
for
your
now.
happy place. You guys have been doing a lot of work to it.
Yes, we
What are you
have
guys
been.
doing?
Well, we have a new screen room, so I don't get eaten alive by mosquitoes.
Yep.
We are in the process of remodeling inside by kind of converting from the oak to the white, going more of a modern technology.
Modern look.
Modern look.
That's a new thing. Everyone's into the modern look.
But it's more tropical, though.
Right.
My
you want
whole Margaritaville.
yeah, kind of like
know.
like a beach house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're
it's
trying to go for.
It's beachy, all right.
Yeah, for sure.
It's beachy. It's beachy. But I love going there. It's a good time. There's people there. Great group of people that we do things with. Friday night card night and, potlucks. And,
Oh yeah.
but due to COVID and the
Oh,
governor,
man, this is
let's get into this one.
Yeah.
We can't have any potlucks. We just were allowed to start accepting visitors, which is a good thing. So now you can come over and
I
visit.
was really looking forward to it. Yeah, we got to come down.
Can come down and have a cookout. I'm gonna try and maybe sneak in a 4th of July kind of campground cookout with my neighbor friends.
Nice. Everyone this 6 feet apart.
Since you can't have fireworks. You can't go to see fireworks.
Ugh.
Now all the fairs are being canceled. So,
Yeah.
the newest one is the Deerfield
My
fair
favorite
that's
thing to
out
do in the summertime too, and me and Christina were talking about it, was going to Canopy Lake Park.
there. Oh, you better
And we
order
can't-
your tickets
Well, we
online.
can't even go. Are they opened up?
They are opening up next month, and you have to order your tickets online, and that is how they are controlling how many people
Are
go
going into the park?
Yep.
No way.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
no
how they're
way.
doing it. Yeah.
So maybe we'll have to do that.
So you just gotta watch the news
Octomom.
more. You just gotta watch the news, AJ.
Yeah.
You
No,
know, you
we upgraded during this. We upgraded our TV, so now we're able to watch the news and everything. We're able to do it. But you know what I find myself watching more and more of? 2.5 Men or The Big Bang Theory. That's like my two favorite shows right now.
Well, that's cool.
I love.
good.
Do you remember 2.5 Men with Charlie Sheen?
Yes.
Oh my God,
Yes.
it's a great show.
It's a funny show.
Everybody Loves Raymond. That's on too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
that's a
was
great.
good
That's a
show,
great show.
you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to know shows that I grew up with, boy, they would never be on TV today. And that's like the Archie Bunker Show, Leave It Beaver. Those days
Leave It to
are
Beaver.
long. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know that one.
Yeah.
You and Dad talk about that one.
June is, June Cleaver. She got to stay at home every day and wear a nice dress and an apron and a pearl necklace and cook dinner. Those days are gone.
Ooh.
Yeah.
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 Isn't it crazy how times have changed? And that must for you. You must be sit back and go,
Yeah,
wow.
times have changed.
Yeah.
My God, if Beaver ever spoke badly to his mother, oh my God, that's That was a no thing. You didn't hear about that.
I mean, you can even go back to the Three Stooges. I mean, Dad used to show me that all the time.
Yeah, Three Stooges.
Three Stooges. Oh my God! You know what's even crazy? Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy.
Oh my
I know that
God,
cartoon,
Ren and
but when
Stimpy.
you watch that, there's that show. Honestly, legitimately, I don't know how it aired on Nickelodeon. Like it really like.
Oh, I don't know.
Like Dad, if you're watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about because like I watch it again and I'm like, wow, this should have been on like Comedy Central or something, kind of like a more adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you want to talk about cartoons. I grew up watching the Jetsons where
Oh, the Jetsons.
this was before we ever heard of microwaves, before cell phones, before treadmills. And when you
Flying
watch
cars, yeah.
Yeah, and when you watch that show, you know, you wondered where people were going down the road in life. And now look at all the technology.
We still
that's
don't
out
have
there.
flying cars though. We
Well,
still don't
I
have
think
flying
they're
cars.
out there.
No.
Now you have electric cars.
Is that a rum and coke, Mother? No, it's actually no, it's not.
No, it's not. It's
Normally
actually
it would
Diet
be.
Coke.
Andy
Diet
Griffith's
Coke
show, yeah.
And a Yeti cup.
Yeah, she normally would, but not today.
No.
You've actually been cutting back on drinking.
That I have. Been.
That's
I'm
actually
very
interesting to
proud.
talk about. Yeah, I'm proud of you. No, I'm proud of you. I mean,
I used to be a party girl. Let me tell you.
holy moly. I mean, it wasn't even. See, to some people, they would look at it like this is bad, but like honestly, like you were good with it. It was just more of why, like you just decided this one day, just like nah.
No, I just realized that alcohol was my go-to medication. You know, because
Oh,
I had
yeah.
a stressful job and a long commute and 2 kids that gave me hell through life. So that was my go-to drug.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, everyone has it. Everyone has. It's either coffee, cigarettes.
Yeah.
It could be anything. A lot of people don't talk about it, but it's actually like scientists talk about it. But like coffee, like what I'm drinking, that's like the biggest drug. It's like the
Yeah,
biggest.
there's a lot of caffeine. In it.
Yeah, it's a drug, and I'm hooked on coffee. But you want to know what? I actually cut back.
That's good.
Yeah, because you
That's
want to know
good.
what? I try not to drink before coffee after 2:00.
No,
Just
because
so that
then
way
you're gonna be wired.
you're just gonna be wide awake. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
try to get it out of my system.
Right.
You know, that's the thing is as I'm getting older, I can't do the fun stuff I want to do. I pulled an all-nighter a couple weeks ago. I didn't even mean to, and that took a toll on me.
Speaking of coffee, did you see what I shared with you on Facebook? The camping hacks. You take a coffee filter and you put your coffee grinds in the filter and you tie it with a rubber band, and when you go camping,
You just put it in the
you
cup of water.
boil a cup.
So it's like a
your
tea
hot
bag?
water. Yep, and then you can have fresh brewed coffee.
I just use instant coffee.
Oh well, you can. Okay,
See?
I thought I was giving you a camping hack.
Say no, I just use my
All
camping
right.
habit is instant coffee.
All right, so instead of carrying a bag of charcoal, you save your cartons of eggs
Oh yeah,
and you
easily.
put your charcoal briquettes.
Me and Christina, when we go camping, we don't even bring any fire stuff like that because we
Oh,
just
yeah, you
no,
guys
we just
hardcore.
buy it there. We just buy it
Yeah,
there.
But you hardcore.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
lamp, you hardcore.
See, she thinks that what we do is we go hardcore camping, which it's
Yeah,
not that.
you do.
It's fun.
you
It's
go to a place that doesn't even have Wi-Fi.
look.
Come on, I might not like technology, but I need my Wi-Fi for Facebook.
You want to know why? I like hardcore camping, and this is the only Bear Grylls. And I know you don't know that name, maybe,
No.
but he had a TV show called Man vs. Wild, and it was on Discovery Channel or History Channel. I don't know if anyone remembers that show, but it was awesome. He was a dude that drank his own piss. I don't go that far. I would I'd never go that far. Or like he was in the desert once, or like the winter, or like the Antarctic, and he like found a dead carcass of like a camel, and he crawled inside of it because it kept him warm, because that was the only thing, because it got below freezing. Yeah, dude, he teaches you some crazy things though. Yeah,
You watch crazy stuff.
but it's so fascinating.
Dude, you
Dude.
you tell me these stories. I'm like, where the hell do you learn this shit? And then you get into it. I'm like, oh my god. Oh
Because
my
it's
God.
so like, I don't know. I think it's just because I have that generation where I have the phone and I stumble upon the weirdest things,
Yeah.
scrolling. You probably do that nowadays. You'll be scrolling
No, I
through
Google
Facebook.
search everything for answers.
Oh,
you know.
oh my God, yeah, Google
Yeah.
for
I
everything.
Google everything.
That was not to interrupt you, but you were talking about like how you had to commute to work, and
Yeah.
a stressful job. That's something I
Very
did want to
stressful.
talk to you about though, because you
Yeah.
worked there. You worked.
26 years, one job, one organization. working with mentally disabled adults.
You say it with
So-
such like a, ooh. Like,
No, I'm just saying,
the
for
dark
all
days.
you young kids out there, for all you young adults, I mean, you like your job, stick it out, work up that corporate ladder, and you can retire at a very young age. I was able to retire at 53 with a good pension.
I mean, yeah, I've been telling
know?
Christina because she's been working for the same company and she's actually about to get a promotion.
See?
And I was telling her like she's about to become a manager, and I was like, if you kept this up, you keep
can
it up at that
become a corporate
branch,
man.
you
Yeah,
become
branch.
you could get the next step, and if you have the years under that belt with that company, I mean, like I envy her for that job
Yeah.
that she has. Like
Yeah.
honestly,
Well, that
she
just
got
shows
lucky.
that
Yeah,
she likes her job.
yeah,
And one of the things is, too, I mean, not every organization you could see potential growth.
right.
Sometimes you're just stuck in a position that you're going to hate, and then you start hating your job. And then once you start hating your job, you get burnout.
Yep.
And then once burnout happens, you're miserable. You don't want to come to work. And, people suffer. Your coworkers,
Family,
your family.
anyone, everyone,
Everybody.
everyone around you.
I mean, believe me, I had many years of burnout. But
It
I
happens
knew,
to everyone.
but
It really
I knew
does.
where I was going with my company. So, at the end of my career, I was able to sit in an office for 10 years and, just do a lot of reports. But I still did hands-on. Don't get me wrong. I still took
Her
these-
job was pretty much, I'm not going to say the name of the company, but you were like a day program for mentally disabled adults, and you worked with the age groups to what?
21 to
yeah,
80.
80, yeah. And I remember Joe, when I used to go in there and volunteer and do stuff like that. I remember Joe, he always wore the Patriot jacket, he had the glasses. Him and I,
Yeah.
oh my God, it was something about Joe and I, we just clicked. I remember I think it was because you sent me to go with him to go copy something. So we just sat in the copy room and just talked about the Patriots and Red Sox and all that's Johnny Damon. I remember Johnny Damon on there. Remember that in the Red Sox?
Oh yeah, when they went to the World
Yeah,
Series.
we were huge in the Red Sox when I was a little kid. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. We had our own little dance.
Yeah, we had our
I
own
forget what it
little elbow
was.
thing.
I forget what
I
it
don't know,
was.
it was something.
But we got
stupid.
stoked and it's funny because we don't even keep up with it anymore, like at all. But
Well, there's no sports on.
yeah, I remember when we saw them live. I remember one of our neighbors, they got us tickets and
Yeah.
we drove to Boston, and I remember
Yeah,
that.
and
That
in
was
my
super fun.
organization, we actually had an individual who her father worked for the Red Sox organization, and he would give out like maybe 50 free tickets for the staff, and we were able to take our family members.
So she worked in Boston, just a heads up. And so she got like, her company would give her some pretty good deals with like tickets to games and stuff like that.
games,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
Yeah, we actually took our individuals once to Gillette Stadium, and we were able to get a tour of the stadium inside the locker rooms. We actually met one of the players. That he was a no-namer, but as far as the individuals were concerned, he was a Patriot.
he was a Patriot. Yeah,
And, just put a smile on their face.
that's awesome.
And that was part of my job. I mean, they have a hard enough life to begin with, and if you could put a smile on their face and make their day, that was it.
Yeah.
And they become your family. You would get attached to them, and you meet their family. The family members becomes part of your life too, and
And you do a lot of good things for you. Just I don't know. I feel like your company, it makes you feel good about yourself, and just you feel good about, because like you did Meals on Wheels too.
Yeah.
And I remember doing that with
was
you.
part of their job.
And that was probably the most eye-opening thing I ever did as a kid, because it was literally, I felt like, I don't know, it was just like, I love making people's days, and that's what you did. I don't know, because you got to not just like deliver something, but you got to talk to them and see how they're doing.
And
you
that
knew,
was their one and only meal a day sometimes, these
Yeah.
elderly folks.
and it's sad, but like you're helping out the community,
And the guys, the individuals, they loved doing that job.
Yeah.
And it was difficult working and delivering food in Cambridge. I mean,
Oh
there was
my
a lot
God.
of- there's a lot of one-way streets that I used to drive down
yeah,
the wrong way.
holy moly, and you're driving this huge truck too, like a
Yeah,
huge
but you
truck.
had to do what you had to do. You had so many hours to get the meals out to them, and they were expecting it. They'd be sitting on their porch
Oh,
or
yeah.
waiting at the door for their lunch, because it was pretty much their only meal of the day, other than their snowstorm pack. But
Now, when you started working there, like, how did you, like you said, you worked there for 26 years?
I started off, oh my God, I'll never forget my first day working for my organization. We actually worked in a public school system, and we had 3 classrooms. And I had to feed an individual, and he regurgitated his food.
Ooh.
I didn't think I could handle that. My stomach was doing 360s, but you know what? The next day I went back to work and just overlooked how he ate, and that was part of the thing. You had to overlook their handicaps.
Yeah.
You know, you looked at them, you talked to them just like you and I are talking
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, some of them could understand, some couldn't, some could
Yeah.
speak.
Well,
some
you
would
had different.
sign.
Well, you had different.
There were different levels.
Yeah. You had.
You
I remember you had different levels of like what,
Yeah.
who, or what, and so I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But it was, it's a tough
mean,
job. It
we
was.
had very aggressive individuals. I mean, so aggressive that when they were going off, they could literally rip a toilet out of the bathroom floor. That's the strength that they had and the capability, or destroy a classroom within seconds. You know, but
That's insane.
you're professionally trained. You know, through the state, there was a lot of classes that I had to take, ongoing. You know, weekly, monthly. You know, but it was always to keep them safe.
Right.
You know, never to hurt themselves or get staff hurt or whatever. But that would happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I was once flung across a hallway and knocked unconscious. So,
Dang.
but I got up and came back to work the next day. You know.
And I mean, Brianna, she worked in
Yeah.
the same company too. And she had a few incidences, I heard.
Brianna did, and look at
I
her
mean,
field today.
But yeah,
She
I mean,
still works
she
in the
still works
field.
for the field. It's
Yeah.
yeah. I remember when I was younger, when I graduated, I wanted to go to school so I could work for your company for the music. What was it? The music therapist.
Music therapy.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. But then you guys got rid of that.
Got rid of it because of
defunded.
budget cuts.
Yeah, budget cuts.
funding.
Yeah, I remember that.
That happens a lot. You know?
I know it does. Yeah, yeah, especially
the state
mass.
doesn't give you the money.
Yep.
You're in trouble for a job.
Now, because I mean, you that was in Boston, and for that job you lived in New Hampshire, so I was like
Oh, the lovely commute down 128. Oh my God.
an hour and a half drive,
Hour and 15-minute drive.
hour and 15
Yep, I could
But,
drive it blind.
with traffic back with work. What is it? Out of work traffic, whatever. Like the traffic coming home.
Traffic coming home was always just as brutal.
Was
as
it?
going
Yeah.
to, because people are always getting out of work at 3:30.
3. Yeah,
You know, and if you came up on
Rush hour.
28 yeah, rush hour.
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, rush hour. I hit it both going and coming home. So that's why when I pulled into that driveway and I poured me a rum and coke,
Yep.
all right, nobody talked to me.
I just
No.
remember, like, it's funny because now that I'm older, I realize, like, wow, she used to drive. Like, that's insane. Because now with my job, that's what I do, is I have to drive crazy commutes. I mean, I'm not working in the same field, but I have to drive into Boston. I have to drive all these crazy, to all these places. So I understand that commute. And I understand, like, when I come home, like, I can't imagine the hell I put you through. Like, the dishes were, I would add dishes, or I would do, oh my God, I would destroy
You
something.
guys never knew what a chore was.
No, we
you
didn't
just
know.
added to my agony.
But I would, I'd always do this every like month. I would clean the crap out of my room. Remember that? And I would like really clean it and reorganize it. Deep clean. I did it like once a
That
month.
was your OCD because you probably wanted more space for something.
I did.
you know?
Yeah, jamming,
Yeah.
playing music. Yeah.
That was the only reason. It's not that you wanted to keep your
I was
room
like
clean.
stepbrothers. No, I was like stepbrothers when I would clean because I was like a pretty small room. It wasn't. I mean, when I had the downstairs room, that was awesome. It was awesome, but I got way too much in trouble because I just would sneak out because you could sneak out. So I mean, and that was when I was a teenager. So my small room. I mean, when I want to play music or something like that, dance around my room, I had no room. So I'd be like, stepbrothers,
But there was
I
a
clean
reason.
my
There was
room.
a reason why you got moved up to the smaller room.
Yeah.
So that we could try and control you a little bit better because you were getting into so much trouble.
Yeah, I was ruthless. I was just young,
You were a teenager.
I was a
can't
ruthless.
even describe.
I was ruthless, man.
You were, and I always said to myself, God, one day he's gonna wake up. And he finally woke up now, guys. He finally did.
You know, it was weird when I was at the house a couple days ago and you were talking about how I kind of like changed in a way, and I was like, I feel like I haven't, but I feel like in a way I definitely have grown up.
You've matured.
Yeah,
You have.
I can tell because my hair's thinning. You know, that's a true thing. And
Well, that's
don't
because
tell
you
me.
wear a hat.
And don't tell me
you
I
wear a
don't.
hat,
Because
yeah.
the last person I went to go get my hair cut, I stopped going to. Because she literally told me, you know, it might be a good idea for you to get this gel that makes it look like you have hair in the places you're balding. I said, excuse me? I said, you just lost a customer. I said, you never say that to someone like that.
Well, I think your last haircut was Christina. So.
No, it was before that. It was
Oh.
before the quarantine and all this
Yeah.
stuff. So before. So
But
now
you gotta show her how to cut your hair because there is a way.
there is a way, and now that it's growing back out, I'm seeing it.
Yeah, there's a way.
I mean, like when I don't do it, when I don't do it, you can tell.
And it's kind of hard to describe to Christina on
'Cause of the delay.
how to hold the hair and clip and clip and clip.
Oh.
You know, you always start with a point and clip and work your way down and around, but she just kept going around and around.
Hey, I'll give her this. She's better than Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad used to brutalize you here.
Dad.
He used to get a buzz cut. Come on. It was
All right.
summertime. Every little kid
Wait.
had a buzz cut.
Wait.
Every little kid.
There's a picture of me, and it's a school picture. And Dad gave me a buzz cut, and it wasn't an even buzz cut. It was kind of just like
A mullet.
people in the school till this day, they call it the cancer patient like photo. Yeah, it's messed up.
I remember that.
It's messed up.
Yeah, but okay.
But I look at it and I laugh because it actually it's bad.
Yeah, but I would rather have a buzz cut than what he did. He took your sister to
Oh.
a barber
Oh, I remember
instead
that.
of a
Yeah.
hairdresser to get her hair cut.
I heard that story numerous times. I've heard
Yeah.
that multiple times.
Yeah.
You know what you guys need to do? You guys need to get the home videos on a DVD. There's some funny home videos. You know, like, oh my God, my favorite one of our home videos is when Brianna decided to do some wall painting. Needless to say.
Oh, she was 2 years.
Oh
Oh, she
my
was a
God.
baby. She was a baby, and
Let's
she
just say,
decided to paint very early in the morning.
And she painted everything. She painted her crib. She painted the walls.
Yeah.
She painted the sheets, her face. And this was very potent paint. Very.
Yeah, it wasn't your normal finger paint. It was
Anyway.
pooping paint, we called it.
And just because Dad's looking at it, he goes, "Oh no, Brianna, what did you do?" And Brianna's just laughing, and then he turns the camera to you, and you're like right at the door.
Oh my God.
No. You're just like, no.
Yeah. You know, I really can't wait for you kids to have kids. Maybe they'll give you a little taste of what
I'm
you put
so
me through.
I'm horrified of what my kids are gonna be like.
I'm horrified to be a grandmother. I don't even know how to operate half the crap that's out there. You know?
Yeah.
That's going to be a podcast, and maybe you can help me run it.
What? Oh God.
Grandma.
Oh yeah.
Teaching new grandparents how to operate
That might be
equipment.
that might be a fun podcast.
You know, I sit there and I look around and I'm like, how do they work that?
I have all the equipment
You
for
know,
it.
Now there's cameras everywhere, and you know, you guys, we didn't have that crap growing up.
Look,
You guys turned out okay, I think.
I know this is gonna change about me because I'm not a parent yet, but the cameras freak me out because they're in every horror movie. Any horror movie where there's a kid, there's a baby monitor or a baby camera, and that's where the scary shit happens.
Yeah. See, and if you guys want me to watch your kids, man, I'm old school, and I'm going old school. I told that to your sister already. You know, I mean, There's no way I can adapt to this new technology. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to figure out these food.
I was trying to
packets
think
that
of a
babies-
joke to insert right there about like old school grandparenting, but I had no idea what to.
Hey, you know what? The kids will be okay though. They'll be safe. They'll be spoiled.
That turned out fine.
Wait till your father. Oh my God. He has our puppets already for them. It's gonna scare the shit
Oh,
out
the
of
camel puppets or
The
whatever.
camel,
The
yeah,
camel.
the
You
camel.
mean the puppets that I wanted when I was a kid, and I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't know why. Yeah,
them. Yeah.
yeah.
So what socks do you have on today?
I have the astronaut socks
Oh,
on. They match
astronauts.
They match.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but I just threw these on because I'm gonna get changed for the show later.
Right, you do have a gig.
Yeah, I gotta look semi decent for that,
Mhm.
you know. But
Mhm.
talking about some funny stories we have.
We have funny stories.
We have a lot. I mean, well, yeah, we have a ton of funny stories. I don't even know where to begin.
Oh, how about the story of I am a maid of honor.
Oh,
I'm a maid of honor. I'm getting
Okay.
ready to do my speech, and this one here decides to switch my water
for
glass
vodka on the
into-
rocks.
into vodka on the rocks.
I talked about this in
glass.
one of my podcasts, and I'm actually I love that we are talking about it with you here because that was one of my probably like the tip of my prank. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I used to prank so much, and that was probably the last prank I did because that's when I realized I was too smart for pranks, and they were just too messed up for people to handle. Because we're sitting at the table. I'll never forget. What? What am I?
Oh,
You're just thinking about it? Is that it? So we're sitting at the table we're at a, my mom's about to do a speech.
in Charleston, South
In Charleston, South,
Carolina.
in this beautiful venue, beautiful venue. And I was 12, 13,
Yeah,
'cause
you
I
were
just
12.
got
You
it-
just got out of
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, and we drove down to South Carolina.
I remember that. So I was like 12, 13. And so we were at this, the wedding goes on, and then we're at this table. It's like the reception. They're doing the speeches, and someone at the table, I think it was Andre or someone, they ordered a vodka drink, and the waiter comes back and gives them this vodka on the rocks, which is it looks identical to just water, like just stupid mistakenly, like you wouldn't even tell. So as my mom is about to do her speech, I take her water and I do a swap for the vodka. And at the time, my dad is sitting right across from me, kind of like in an angle, and Brianna is right next to him, my sister. And the look on their faces, like they were in like deers in headlights, like, oh, I can't believe he just did that. What? Like, and before Dad could even unswitch it, you went up for the drink. You grabbed the water, and I remember Dad just going, "Oh no." Oh no. And you just like, it wasn't no ordinary sip, not like a little, it was like, I'm gonna gulp this water because I'm thirsty. Oh man, her face, I just remember, you looked right at me. You just looked down and you were just like, and ran to the bathroom.
And threw up.
Oh
Yeah. And needless to say, I ended up throwing my speech out en route to Charleston. So I had to rewrite a whole speech so quick. It wasn't even funny. And then to top that off, that was just the icing of the cake, you know.
Which I never knew that part, which that's literally like a National Lampoon's kind of vacation scenario. You know, and it's horrible because like you're already stressed out about this speech. You already lost the speech. You're trying to rewrite it, and on top of that, your son decides to prank you. So like, no, like it's just red flags are just going up left and right. Yeah, no, that was like the last of my pranks.
That was pretty.
Do you remember the firecrackers and your cigarettes that I used to do when I was a kid?
Yeah.
Though I was talking about those. Those would not be a thing now. Those would not. They're too dangerous. Way too dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wait, remember how like big they were? They would just completely blow your
up.
cigarette right up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And there was a point where me and Dad stopped because it was just, there was one time me and my dad just stuck like a bunch in one cigarette. And that's what the one that
blew up.
No, it blew up. And then that's where like, we can't use these anymore.
You guys tortured me. Tortured me.
You want to know why? Because this is why. Dad was the biggest instigator, and it was awesome for a kid because he'd have that magazine that would come in like every week, and it was like just pranks and weird things, and he would look, and they'd be cheap, and like we'd both be like we'd both pick out something like, oh yeah, let's get that, and like I remember one with the firecrackers with the strings. Remember that? So we used to put them on toilet seats or doors.
Yeah.
We'd booby trap the whole house, and like sometimes we put like 10 in a row. We got like really bored, and someone would open the door and you just hear them all go off, and you just be watching TV. And next thing you know, you hear bop 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 bop, you know. And oh yeah, those are funny stories, man. I stopped doing the pranks just because
You guys were mean.
no, it was just
So mean to me.
oh, it was with love. It was with love.
I was tortured.
It was just with love. That's what it was. There was no one else. Brianna, we all know that when we pranked Brianna, we just got. No, you just did not prank Brianna because no,
because that could trigger a real bad time.
So you were. It was like you were the easy subs.
I was the subject of pranking.
Yeah, because you could handle it. You know, it wasn't like, oh, you guys are assholes. You guys, you would get mad and be like, that's not funny. But then like, I remember a party, you'd just be like, huh, don't do that again. Like, come on, it's a prank. You know, it's all
I don't know. So I'm wondering who's watching us right now.
We have one person watching on Facebook, which, hi, feel free to comment. Don't be shy. One person on Twitch. Don't be shy, man. Comment.
Really, please do, because I'm reading them. I love, I don't know if my daughter's still watching, but no, it's not a rum and Coke.
It's not a, no. I did respond to that.
It's just a Diet Coke in my Yeti cup.
Yeah, we got a few comments going on right now. Let me see what's going on YouTube, see if anyone's commenting.
Comments are good because then that gives you something to talk about.
Oh, yeah. I love it when people comment. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But I'm still trying to figure out how to view all the comments and stuff like that.
Oh, Google.
Yeah, I have Google. That's the thing.
What can we search? What could be a good topic?
Oh,
I don't know. God. I'm very opinionated, so.
I know. You said you wanted to talk about Joe Biden, which I just did not think that was a good idea.
No, we won't go.
He's a pedophile, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, he doesn't
he's
remember
creepy.
10 minutes
He's
ago.
creepy. He's just creepy.
So if all you guys are thinking of Joe Biden as president, you're in trouble. Hey, I look pretty skinny.
And we have someone watching on YouTube. Feel free to comment. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Yeah, wow. YouTube. Yeah, we go. I'm trying to. Oh, now 2 people are watching on Facebook. Guys, don't be shy. Always feel free to comment.
Don't be shy.
Do you remember? I was talking about this on a podcast. Do you remember the time when we went to Six Flags, and I got lost at the water park?
Yep.
That was horrifying. Where did you guys go?
I don't know. Probably to get a drink. Who knows? They did serve alcohol there, you know.
I found out they serve alcohol at Canopy, but it's only one spot.
Beer and wine.
And it's Bud Light. Yeah.
I'm not a beer drinker, so.
I am a beer drinker, but not for Bud Light.
I used to be a beer drinker many years ago.
You were telling me about that. Do you want to talk about that story? Because that's actually that's a cool story because it was a different time and like that was what you
when you drank Michelob Ultra. And that was my beer that I drank because if you peel the 2 E's, you're going to get lucky that night. This is when it was the dating age, you know. And then one time, you know, somebody bought me a beer and it was warm and it was pretty nasty. I don't know how you guys can drink warm beer, but it's gross.
I don't drink warm beer.
You know, my thing is, you know, if it's only beer and wine being served, I'm kind of in trouble there because I don't drink either of them.
Yeah, wine's not a fun thing to get drunk off of.
Wine gives me migraines, so
yeah.
I don't do it.
It's like I was talking about this with David. When I was in college, we used to drink Zanka. I don't know if you ever heard of that. Zanka.
No.
It's bottom shelf, like $5 handle, vodka. The migraines you would get off of them is literally like there's no pain to describe it. They were horrible headaches. Horrible.
Hey, at least in Mexico, I mean, as much as I drank, I never had a hangover.
Me neither.
I slept.
Me neither.
I just needed that 2-hour power nap.
Man, going to Mexico, that's a fun story to talk about. That is a fun story.
Shots.
Holy moly. Holy moly.
I know, that was
Hey,
a fun time.
Hey, that was great because I never really been to an all-inclusive resort. That was really my first time.
Yeah.
And I discovered I really love pina coladas.
Yes. Hey, they were free.
They were
What the heck?
free, and I would tip the bartender. I would tip the bartender like a $10. I would go down there in the day, tip him $10, and then he would just fill me up. He would
But
just
little
pour
did you know,
3 fingers of rum, 4 fingers of rum.
Their pina coladas were also made with bottom rum or
Materials. I did
vodka.
find out that when you can get a package where you get upgraded,
Yes.
where you can get better vodka,
Yeah, Premier.
Yeah. I was going to do that when I
Premier
go.
is if you keep tipping the guy and you tell him you want Bacardi, and he'll put Bacardi in.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just got to tip him good
Oh.
and have the same bartender.
Oh.
That's the secret.
We had, I know, me and Christina, Brianna, and Jason, we all had that bartender in that bar with the purple chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were, and then the guy that was near the entertainment. Do you remember that where
Yeah.
the shows were? Where they, Purple Rain?
Come on, even you guys got Dad to do shots.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I got hammered there. I mean, I would start drinking at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then by nighttime, I remember there was like, what are they called? Like the Spanish bands, mariachi bands or whatever?
Yeah.
And like, in the lobby, I remember I was just like dancing my ass off.
How about when you did karaoke there?
Okay, I was so drunk, but I
Got
killed
on
it.
stage. You did. You did.
And it was great because I had the hat down, and like they were like, "What song do you want to sing?" Superstition, and I just tore that stage right up. I just literally just
Yeah.
like had the hat down and just was going right into
You
it.
need to do another trip like that.
Yeah, me and Christina, we want to go to Punta Cana. There's we actually found another resort for 9 days. It's only $900 per person.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
even more.
that's
in
even
my
better.
budget,
Casino and
But I gotta
everything.
find somebody. I need a female.
Yeah, any females out there that want to go to Punta
Christina,
Cana?
maybe your mom wants to go with me.
She might be able to.
Really?
Maybe.
Because then it'd be cheaper. One person goes, it's really expensive.
It's crazy how that happens. How's work?
Work, like, time is messed up, so I'll have to talk to her about it, but it'll be fun.
How's work going?
It's work.
Did you see that video I sent you?
No, I'll watch it now.
Yeah, you got to. Sorry, Christina just came home from break,
Yes.
from
Yes.
lunch or whatever, work,
Lunchtime break.
lunchtime break. Yeah,
So when do we take a break?
we can take a break right now if you'd like.
Sure, why don't we? Maybe we'll get some more comments.
Yeah, feel free to come. We're gonna take a short little intermission, just kind of chill out, refill our cups. I know I have to get new coffee.
Yeah, I need
And
more
then
Diet Coke.
we'll probably go for like one or two more stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then end off on that.
Yeah.
That's great.
We have some good stories. to
Yeah,
share.
I want to talk about some more stuff. I definitely want to talk about Stacey James. That is
Oh, yeah.
like
We could talk about Stacey.
I was
James.
15. I was 15, just getting my license, so it's okay to say this. It's okay to say this.
You
I was
were,
getting my and we lived close.
You had your permers like
My permer's license. So
Permit.
yeah,
Driver's
permit.
permit.
Yeah. So anyway, where we lived, it wasn't like really far. It was like probably 25 minutes, 30 minutes away
Yeah.
from this place because we live near the beach, and there's this bar on the beach called Stacey James, and this was the place for me. Like when I was a kid, karaoke was my shit,
Karaoke.
and my mom used to take me to karaoke because it was fun for you too. It was just a great time because
No, it was a good bar.
it was always a fun
It
time.
was good.
And
And we were there just so that you could practice the song because you were singing at your uncle's wedding.
yeah, that's usually what would happen. Like whenever I was practicing for a gig, we go to like
Yeah.
weddings or something that we go to a karaoke place and practice it and just see how it
Yeah.
went. But we'll get more into the story. But the ending of it is the priceless part. Is priceless. So
Yeah,
stay
it is.
tuned, relax, get that cup of coffee, and we will be right back.
Well, I'm bored as shit, got nothing to do during this quarantine time. So I might as well make a video or post something on YouTube. So it's my podcast. Cool.
Oh my god.
All right, so we are back. I hope you guys are staying tuned. I don't think anyone's left any new comments. So, guys, do feel free to comment. Leave one. Don't be shy. I can see you're watching. So we left off. I want to talk about Stacey James. That's like a really funny story that I tell people. My mom's a legend. Even though you don't drink as much, now you were a legend. Let me just paint this into a picture. I know you're not proud of this, but every time I explain this to anyone, they always say, "Holy shit, your mom's a legend." My mom could drink like 3 Scorpion bowls for 4, and then like nothing fazed her. But now, go to Stacey James. There was just times where you just be there. Sometimes when we went to karaoke bars, because like it was fun. Because like I would get gigs for weddings when I was younger, so I would have to like practice, and like the only way I could really practice is like what we did is we would go to karaoke bars and just practice. I would practice the song, and it was fun for you because they'd be good bars, they had good food, good drinks, cheap drinks, especially like some
Rum
karaoke
and
bars, rum and cokes, and like and then like usually when I used to do karaoke, I would crush it. Not gonna lie, I'm not lying. I would crush
You
it.
even competed in some and won first place.
And people would try to get me drinks. I remember that a lot of the times people would try to get me drinks, and I would say no, but you can buy my mom a drink. I would always do that. So like I would sometimes see my mom with like 4 fucking drinks. I'm part of my French. Like she would have 4 drinks like right there on the table and just like looking at me with these eyes like this is no more.
No more.
Like remember when we went to the one in Raymond? I forget what Legends.
Oh, Legends.
Remember like I did the karaoke competition and there was that dude there that was like, "Do you want me to buy you a drink?" And I'm like, "Well, actually," because I was 16 at that time, and I was like, "I can't, but you can buy my mom a drink." And
Legends was a lot closer to the house.
Legends was literally like 10 minutes. But this one karaoke bar we went to, it was like 30 minutes. It was on the beach, and we were having a good time. My mom was. I was crushing it. I remember that this was the night where this 60-year-old woman, she was a cougar, and I'll never forget, she was dressed in like cougar print. She was like Carol Baskin. Like that's what she was like. She had cougar, like cheetah print, everything. And I remember you had to like stop her because she was like trying to get me drunk and everything.
Trying
And
to pick you
she was
up.
trying to pick me up. And it was the creepiest thing in the world. But that was that night. And we were there till I think when they closed.
We closed the bar.
We closed the bar down
Oh,
because I
man.
sang, I forget what the song was. "You Raise Me Up" is what they wanted at the wedding.
Yep.
So I sang "You Raise Me Up" at this karaoke bar, and then it like stopped the whole room. And then that's when this guy came up to me, and he was like the guy that ran it, and he was like, "All right, you're going to be on the mic for like, I'll give you like 3 hours on the mic," or something like that. And then you were just like, go for it, AJ, taking him away. And then like, I remember after that, I sang like song after song after song. Then this guy that was like an Elvis impersonator, and he had like an Elvis shirt and everything, and he started doing Elvis, and then like, it just got nuts after that. And it was probably like
The place was rocking.
it was
that night.
rocking. It was a good time. Like honestly, I don't think
It was such a good time.
I don't think it's like that anymore. I think it's
No.
they have a club though on the stair. If you go up,
Yes,
I-
there is. They
I'd like-
changed that.
Yeah, I want to see what that's like.
I don't know. Maybe one night we
Maybe
can
one
go.
night, yeah, we can all go. Me,
I'll drive home that night.
Nah. So
I'll drive.
this is why she says that. So I was 15 during this incident. I just had my permit license or whatever, like the
Driver's
permit or whatever.
He
And
needed some hours.
I did need the hours in, and like my mom didn't realize, like she was like, I think we both didn't realize how much alcohol you had.
that
And like
night.
we had the Honda Tiburon, and
Yeah.
and like I'm telling you, I'm like, "Mom, maybe I should drive," and you were totally against it. You're like, "No, I'm not letting you drive my car. Like I'm fine. And then you get in the car, you drop your keys, you get them up, you stick them into the car ignition, you try to drive, and then you just stop and you go, "You know what? Like you said, you need some hours. You should drive."
Yeah.
So I ended up driving, and like the entire drive home, like the entire ride, I'm not even kidding you, I was driving fine. But no, you insisted I was going too fast or was going over the lines or something. So like, I remember there was one point you almost directed me into a guardrail because you were like, it was the one in Hampton, because they have, if you've never been to Hampton Beach, they have like this huge guardrail in the middle at one point, and it divides where the parking, because they have like parking in the middle of the road. So they have these guardrails that protect it. And before it, there is a turn that you can take that takes to get on 101, and it's right before the guardrail. But like, I didn't know it at the time, so I was just driving because I knew a way, but she knew a better way, and she at last minute literally goes, "What are you doing? Go there!" And literally, I tried to, and I was this close to actually hitting a guardrail in the Honda Tiburon, and I was like, "Holy shit, Mom! No, we're going this way."
But how about the time that you were learning to drive and you were afraid to pass 18-wheelers?
Oh, I do
were
remember that. That was
coming out of the play out of Southern New Hampshire University.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And you were just so petrified when you used to merge onto a highway and there was an 18-wheeler.
Oh,
I can't do it.
No, I can't.
I can't. I'm like, gun it. You're in the Tiburon.
Can I
gun
tell
it.
you know what's funny? So remember how I used to do Uber and Lyft?
Yeah.
There was a time if you're driving into Manchester and it's on 93, I think, and it's right before exit 5, I believe, and there's a moment where there's like it merges. It's this horrible merge, and I had a girl for Uber in the backseat of my car driving her, and there's an 18-wheeler coming on the highway, and this girl was she was tiny, and I shouldn't have done this, but I like gunned it onto the highway. Like that 18-wheeler was on my ass, and I looked in the rearview mirror, and the girl was like petrified. No, yeah. I took a break. I was like, maybe I shouldn't be an Uber driver for a bit.
Maybe you should be. No, but both of you guys learned how to drive on the Tiburon, which was a very, very fast little Hyundai sports car. And I remember, sports cars are meant to be driven fast. And I remember opening it up on 101, doing 121 miles an hour just to see the speed. And it had balls, and let me tell you, I cried like a baby when we traded it in.
Yeah, that was a nice car.
10,000 miles on it.
That was a nice car. It was fun.
So not too many kids learn to drive a car.
Yeah, my mom had a Honda Tiburon, and it was a lot of fun. The first week I had my license, she let me take it out, and I ended up driving down the back roads. And I told you this recently, and it was a cop that we know in our town, and he ends up pulling me over, and he was like, he comes up and he goes, "Mrs. AJ? And he was like, "What is your mom thinking letting you drive this car?" He was like, "I don't want to see you again. Don't let me pull you over again." And he was like, "Because if your mom finds out, we both know."
Everybody knew me.
Everyone knew my mom in the town, and like if I ever got in trouble with my mom, like she would ring me out, old traditional Polish style.
That's right.
So, but I'm glad I had a good mom like you. Like you're a great mom. You were strict, and I think it was important because I feel like some parents nowadays are a little too soft, and I feel like you need to have a good backbone in your system, because when you go off into the real world, you need that, and if you don't, you're screwed. You are screwed. Yeah. You are so beyond screwed.
Well, that's what happens But when you try to raise your kids strict, though, it kind of backfires in your face.
Yeah, it definitely does. But like, there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it. And I think you guys were parents just like anyone, and you live and learn, and you guys just had your way, and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you guys took total advantage of me. Yeah.
We won't get into depth about it, but like, we found loopholes. Let's just say we found loopholes.
Yeah,
loopholes.
Your
many
father
loopholes.
Worked third shift and
loopholes.
Only mom was at home at night.
Loopholes. The trick was for me, like if I ever wanted, I'll admit this. I remember my trick was like if I wanted to sneak out, it was right after you went to bed. It would have to be after, but it wouldn't not right away. And I'd have to be home before 4 o'clock in the morning, because you woke up every night at 4 o'clock in the morning to smoke your cigarette. Yeah. And that's when you would kind of wake up and get ready for work. And so like there'd be times like, I remember there were times where I wasn't home before 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's where I would get my ass handed to me. Pardon my French, but
Yep.
like you would, yeah.
Make sure your ass went to school. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, yeah, I still went to school, but once I got older, I mean, once I got my license, that's kind of like a different story, you know.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
street performing. Let's just say that. Once I really just
No, you did well when you used to street perform. You used to go to Newburyport, Portsmouth. You
you
even went-
noticed that. I'm glad that you noticed that though, because I would crush it, and I would come home
Yeah.
with like $800.
Do you remember when you went to Keene to the
Pumpkin Fest, I made
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah. See?
I remember that, and I came home and I showed you the money. You're like, "Oh my god!" It was
Did
all
you rob a
ones.
bank?
You know, you thought I went to a strip club or something like that because there was all ones.
Ones.
It was
Oh
all
my
ones,
gosh.
but it was like a sleeping bag. It was like a sleeping bag, or no, like a pillowcase. So that's what it was. It was a pillowcase full of ones and fives and stuff like that. Oh my god, I'll never forget that. Those were good times. That's when I ended up leaving McDonald's because I was just like, I'm not. I would go to Boston. I would actually play hooky, and I would go to skip school. And I hate to admit this in front of you, but I would go to Boston and street perform, and I'd
I
make.
know you skipped school because the
make-
school used to call me.
I know.
So you sound like you were getting away with anything.
No, I know,
Really,
but like
really.
I would come home and I would have like a lot of money.
A
So
lot
it was
of
it was it was awesome, and I ended up buying like guitars and stuff like that. But enough of that. I mean, one thing I wanted to talk to you about was Lisa Wrongway, and we can end up on that story because we never really talked about it. We mentioned it
Yeah.
earlier, but Lisa Wrongway.
Lisa Wrongway.
There was a-
yes.
Talk about that.
Well, I was always taught by my dad. We didn't have GPS back then when I was learning to drive. We were always taught to look for certain things, you know, that stand out that are different, like water towers or fire departments that take a right or a wrong, right or a left, I mean. And, you know, I've driven down to Florida many times and got on, once I came off the George Washington Bridge, I knew I had to get on the Jersey Turnpike. But that one time we had MapQuest
Yeah, it was
and a
MapQuest,
printout because we were going on a family vacation to Virginia Beach.
which no one knows what map. I surely doubt. I don't even think it's a thing anymore. MapQuest.
No, there is. MapQuest
Is it still a thing?
there. It's still there. It's
And you'd print, and like during the
Back
early
then, you
back
had to
then you
print
would
it out.
you'd print it out before the trip, and then you'd have someone, the passenger seat was always in charge of the directions,
Yeah.
and it was my dad. And I swear he must have just like forgot, because I remember kind of like it was right before the bridge, the Washington Bridge.
no,
Right.
it was after the George Washington
It was
Bridge.
after the George Washington
Yeah.
Bridge. There was a turn, and I remember it always used to
You're supposed to
happen
go left to the Jersey Turnpike, but I went
because you're an
right.
aggressive driver, and Dad's very chillax.
And I'm pulling a pop-up camper too, needless to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
coming
So
through New York City.
we ended up taking a wrong turn. They ended up taking a wrong turn, and we drive 4 hours,
4 hours
off track.
And then we're in
4
Pennsylvania.
hours off track. But wait, like, weren't we trying to go to Virginia?
We were going to Virginia.
Isn't Pennsylvania?
It's like right after. It's in the corner of like New Jersey, Pennsylvania.
And then goes Virginia.
No, it goes New Jersey.
Oh, so I'm
Delaware.
like way
Yeah.
off. I'm way
Yeah,
off.
you're
I do.
way off, yeah.
So yeah, okay. Anyway, that just shows how much I know about our country. Anyway,
Yeah, really.
We go-
Delaware, Maryland.
is it bad that I probably know more about Europe than I know about our own country? That's kind of
Probably.
weird.
That is
That's
weird.
weird. That's actually interesting. That made me realize it because I can point out where
But anyways,
Ukraine
we ended
is.
up getting lost.
So anyway, we get lost. 4 hours off track. I remember when I woke up, we were in a gas station that was like
looking for directions how to get back onto the Jersey Turnpike.
dirt roads. There's an Amish guy walking the street, looking at our Jeep because we had the Jeep Cherokee,
yeah.
looking at us like.
We
yeah,
we
way
stuck
off,
out like
way
a
off.
sore thumb down there.
And the thing is that when I was a kid, I was petrified of getting lost.
Yep.
And I remember that. I was like, when I woke up, I was like, are we lost? Are we lost?
Are we there yet?
No, it was lost. It was lost. And once I realized we were lost, I remember I almost had a panic attack, and you guys like had to calm me down. And we just drove. That sucked, man, because we had to drive 4 hours back, and then oh my god.
But we finally got back
got
on
there.
the Jersey Turnpike, and we didn't get lost ever since.
No, we never did. Never
Yeah.
did.
And
But
now-
phones nowadays, like, look at it's so
Oh,
easy.
I don't use a GPS.
Well, yeah. I mean, for you, it's easy. I mean, even when you're going down, for us, if you're going down south, it's just a straight shot.
It is,
It's
but
a
it's
straight
called
shot.
north, south, east, and west. Every road connects, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're just taking either a side road or a back road, but it always connects into a major route. It could be Route 4, it could be 93, 101. They always connect somehow.
Always.
You know, always. Always. And always remember, East Coast.
I mean, you don't have to explain it to me. I'm like a walking GPS.
Yeah, so you learn
You,
something.
you,
from-
you. I got that from you because I can tell. Oh my God. Oh, this is so funny. I have to tell you this. Christina would hate me. She got so mad the other day because we were trying to go to I forget where it was. We were trying to go to Alton. Okay. She's still here. She's gonna remember this. Can I tell it?
I'm trying to think of what you're talking about.
It was the one where you were convinced it was the right way.
Oh, you're getting so angry. Yeah, you can tell it. I'm leaving anyway.
Okay. So she was convinced she was going the right way. All right. I'm like, no, you're not. This is a longer way. I know it. We could have just gone to highway, just gone up 93, taken 15W and just gone boom. Because we're trying to go to Alton. She's having me go the back way of Concord. So I'm going by the National Guard. I'm going by all these things. I'm like, I've been down this road before. This is taking me so much longer. Now we're on the back. You know where like Walmart is, BJ's, and like the shopping district.
Yeah.
So we're
business
on the back street of that. So this is where you can go in. It's a different way to go into the stores.
Right.
You know.
I think we're somewhere.
Meanwhile, she thinks she's in like Bow. She's like, oh yeah, like we're about to get to this spot, and I go no. And I'm like, we're about to go right to the traffic circle, and I could have taken two. Anyway, she's getting super heated and defensive. She's like, no, this is the right way. I know it is. And we're going back and forth. Next thing you know, surely enough, we arrive at the spot that I just told her. I'm like, we're at the traffic circle. And that just the route you just made us take took 20, like added 20 plus minutes.
Right.
If I took the other way, we would have been there way earlier by now.
See?
And it was so fun. I love when people think I'm wrong with directions because it's like actually fun. Because I'm like, I know my way around, and it's like totally fun. Like I don't get mad about it, but I love to see their faces.
Do you still panic if you get lost?
No. I got lost when I was in Boston. When I had a show in Boston, my phone died, and I was going. I just chief cigarettes. That's what I do. Before I panic, I just chief cigarettes because I'm like, okay, I just gotta really focus on this. You know, I gotta think because I think like you. There's east, south, and west. They can all meet up at some place. So I was going south. I was about to go on the Jersey, I was going to go on the highway that leads to New York City. Because that's the sign I saw.
Oh, you're going to get on the Mass Pike.
Mass Pike. So I was getting on the Mass Pike, and I started seeing signs, New York City, this way. And I'm like, oh, shit, this isn't the right way. So I'm on this. Now I'm on it because it's like a bridge. I'm waiting for a turnaround. And then, thankfully, there's one sign that says, next exit to 93 North, Concord. And I'm like, oh, that's what I need. So I just took that, and I just followed the roads, followed the signs. That's what I do. No one does it. But if you can read signs, like, on the side of the road,
right. Exactly.
it's literally the easiest thing.
But people don't really pay attention. They just keep driving because they're looking at their phone. Or they're looking at their car dash that has a map instead of looking up and saying, okay, Revere, north.
Right.
So you would get on Route 1 to Revere, and Route 1 would bring you north all the ways up into Newburyport or connect you onto
Portsmouth.
95. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's what
yep.
I literally, when I'm in Mass, I'm looking for signs for Concord or Portsmouth. Because if you notice, those are the two kind of cities that they put on the maps or whatever, the signs, on the boards.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm driving, I'm just looking for like 93 North, the 393, or any 295, anything like that. I'm like, all right, I know once I get on that road northbound, I'm going to see signs for whatever I'm looking for, you know. And that's why I'm glad, because you taught me all that stuff. Sometimes it backfires. Sometimes I get lost, but it's not like, you know, I just have to turn around, you know, worst case scenario.
That's it. Or find a gas station and ask, excuse me, but how do you get onto this road?
I have not been there. I actually know there was one time where I had a gig down in Rhode Island, Connecticut. I think it was Connecticut. Remember that? I had a gig. It was like for a wedding or something like that, and I got lost because it was like my GPS would take me the wrong way. I ended up stopping at the like McDonald's, and I just asked someone, I'm like, "Do you know where to go? Like, I'm trying to go to here." They knew exactly what I was talking about, thankfully. But that was the only time I've ever had to stop and ask for directions. You know, because usually nowadays you have phones.
Right. Well,
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
no.
No?
No,
It
I
was a-
think this has been fun. I learned a lot, about this technology thing that you do, this podcast.
Yeah,
And you can change your quarantine thing
Yeah.
because we're no longer in a quarantine. But remember to wear your mask.
Yeah,
people.
wear your mask,
Wear
people.
your
I've been
mask.
seeing some people be risky about it. I'm like, dang, come on now.
No,
Just be
no.
respectful. You know what I do? If I go into a store and I see the people that work there, oh, there goes Max. Anyway, my cat just hurled, so I'm gonna have to go take care of that. It was great to have you on the podcast, Mom. It was fantastic. I would love to have you back on, and hopefully I can get like maybe Dad on here or something like that.
Oh,
Tell
that would be
Brianna. But everyone, I hope you have a fantastic day. Feel free to like, share this video, and also feel free to subscribe to Lou NH Music. I post stuff every day or every week, so I'm posting content all the time. So thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
And thank you, Mom, so much. And hey, guys, have a great one.
Well, I'm bored as shit, got nothing to do during this quarantine time. So I might as well make a video or post something on YouTube. So it's my podcast. Cool.